We were very lucky in that we didn't even have to build the chemistry because it was just there. Evan's singing is beautiful and you will all enjoy it very much. The potion is kind of a really fun way to allow people to look inside at what they're not willing to look at normally. You can't always reason with love. Mysterious, festive, sweet.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Heart and Motion podcast. I'm so excited to be talking with Amy Groening today. Hi, Amy. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Stephanie. How are you doing?
I'm great. It's Valentine's weekend. We've got a great movie to watch this weekend. Wore my Valentine sweater just for this. So I'm excited to talk all things Love-uary and your movie, Because of Cupid, which is airing this weekend on Hallmark. So thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. And you're making me realize I should have worn red because I didn't think
I
of that.
had it on the bed. I just threw it on really quick. So it's all
I
good.
I should have worn red. We could have matched and it would have been festive. Anyway, next time. That's all right.
So tell us just a little bit about Because of Cupid, and then we'll dig in a little bit deeper.
You bet. Yeah. So it's about Naomi and Marcus, who are best friends and they work at a bar called the Agora. And they learn that the bar is being sold to a person who makes parking garages. And so they realize that they need to save their jobs. And so they enter this cocktail competition in order to raise funds to buy the bar. Meanwhile, there's this kind of curious character afoot who gives Evan, or I should say Marcus, a love elixir to help him tell me how he feels. But accidentally, seven people get spiked and they all fall under this love potion. And so throughout the film, we're also solving a puzzle to get to the bottom of this love potion. And of course, we're also realizing maybe that there's more between us as well. So there's a lot of exciting stuff going on.
Amy, that was like one of the best synopses that anybody's ever given. So fantastic job.
Thank you so much.
That was so good.
I appreciate that because it's hard to sum it up.
Uh-huh. No, that was fantastic. So I'm excited to hear when you got the script, what was the thing that really got you excited about doing the movie?
I think I mean, it's kind of all the things I just said. There's so many different elements to the script that make it really fresh and different and hopefully for the audience as well. But filming it was just really, really exciting because we were going on a mythological treasure hunt. We were, dancing and we were bartending and we were in a cocktail competition. It's a very, very dynamic script, and it also has a really dynamic cast in it. There's other supporting characters that I think are really fun to watch, and so it was for all of these reasons that I was like, this seems like a really, really fun movie to make. And I hope that it will resonate with the audience like it did for us.
So fun watching the cast, great supporting cast,
Great. Yeah.
loving all of the interactions between all of them. You mentioned Evan, you play opposite of Evan Roderick, who stars as Marcus in the movie. So, what was it like working with Evan and building that chemistry in this movie?
We were very lucky in that we didn't even have to build the chemistry because it was just there. We just got along like a house on fire right away. We had inside jokes. We like recommend each other books now. We're both big book lovers, so I think it's just an easy friendship for us in real life, and that just translates to the screen like instantly. Um, he we're just two peas in a pod. So that made it really, really easy. But as far as the Marcus and Naomi chemistry, I think because that is born of a friendship as well, it kind of is it was just such an easy, yeah, move to make. Yeah.
It seemed very easy for you guys. I mean, your work was not easy, I'm sure, but that natural chemistry was evident on this side of it. So that's exciting.
Yeah, that's great to hear. I love to hear that.
So, talk a little bit more about where Naomi is when it comes to love. She doesn't believe in soulmates. So, what does she believe in when it comes to love?
I think Naomi believes in, well, she was raised by her grandparents, and so she has this. she's kind of wanting to zoom past the fiery beginning of love and get to the end where you're settled and you're comfortable and you're kind of just like you're in that safe spot where you just know you're okay and you're loved. But unfortunately, that's not how life works. You have to go through that fiery beginning. And so that's kind of Naomi's place. She's fearful of being rejected. She's fearful of putting herself out there. Um, and you have to in order to get to the other part. And so Naomi is very, measured and she's a scientist at heart. And so she just thinks about things very logically. And that's also how she thinks about love. But you can't always reason with love.
So you've talked about kind of how she operates, and she's very organized and she's got it together. And her and Marcus are best friends, but for some reason, up until this point, it's never been really an option. So I'm curious, what is it about Marcus that maybe between the two of them, she's just always seen them as friends?
I think his character is just he's very like fly by the seat of his pants. There's a line that one of the other characters said, he's like two golden retrievers in a trench coat. And that's a funny way of describing someone, but it's kind of like he's so eager to please, he's so eager to, run around and go and help. And I think to Naomi, maybe she just doesn't see him as serious or as someone who um I don't know, just has that kind of grounding that she's looking for or that she thinks that she needs. Whereas maybe in reality, what someone like Naomi needs is someone with that fire
Yeah.
that can balance her out, but she just doesn't see it that way. So I think it's just hard for her to get over her preconceived notions of what he's like.
Absolutely. So we've seen a great little preview of this mystery man that is at the bar that quickly picks up that Marcus may already have this love for Naomi. So how does this, we'll call him a matchmaker figure, complicate things or maybe uncomplicate things?
Oh, he just complicates things. He very much does, but we love it because he causes the chaos that is required. But he is, what did you call him? The
I just called him the matchmaker figure.
math, exactly, the mystery matchmaker. He's such a fun character, and I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that everyone will really get a kick out of Adam, who plays him. But he, we don't know a lot about him. He's just kind of a very strange, interesting, wise figure, and we know he's there for a reason, but we don't know what. And I love his character in this movie because he causes all of the chaos that no one else can. And yeah, I won't say anything else on the matter for now.
You mentioned that Naomi and Marcus go on a bit of adventure to solve something so that they can get to come up with a solution, we'll say. And so, what was like, and I know you can't give too much away, but do you have like in all of those escapades, like a favorite moment that you're excited for fans to see?
There we honestly do a lot, but I really loved there's one moment where we're at the library and we're doing research about this and he's reading a poem to me and I'm kind of like, get back to work and but then it hits me and it's this really romantic moment and you see this thing building between us and then of course Hal, this matchmaker pops up and kind of ruins everything, but it's this really fun scene that I just love that mixes, I can't talk, mixes all of the built-in chemistry with the chaos of the other parts of the film, and I think it that scene really like blends it all beautifully together. So
It's a
that was my
beautiful scene.
favorite moment of the escapades, I think.
Yeah. So we've also seen a preview where there is a love potion that is, going around. And I'm curious, how would you say that you're able to bring in this love potion idea? There's a lot of comedy in it, it's a lot of fun, but create this dynamic of that it's not gimmicky, that it's really actually getting to like the heart or the root of who these two people are.
That's a really good question, and I think that was something that we thought about in the movie is that we wanted it to be like we really wanted that to not feel like something that was happening to people, but instead something that was already inside of them that was just coming out. And I think that that is what all of those supporting characters really brought in, and Evan too. And I, I think each character has a different interpretation of what that means, but because they're all such different characters, as a whole, the cast kind of gives you that and shows you that really all you need to do is look inside. And yeah, I think that the potion is kind of a really fun way to allow people to look inside at what they're not willing to look at normally. It's a mirror, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Other than just like the fun escapades, there's also a bit of singing in this movie. Can you talk a little bit about that?
There is, yes. Well, Evan's singing is beautiful, and you will all enjoy it very much. I know I did. And I do also sing. And my singing is less beautiful, but it comes from the heart. And I can sing better than that if I try, but I just want to say. I just gotta, say. But no, I think Naomi's character singing poorly is a very earnest way of her trying to tell Marcus something that she needs to say.
Yeah. When you get a script like that or when you know about a part, do you go in knowing, okay, you're going to need to be able to sing in this? Is that typically how it works out?
I believe that was in the script, so I did know that would happen. I don't that doesn't really embarrass me too much. It's kind of
No.
all part of yeah.
And it's Hallmark, we go with it. It's going to be lighthearted. It's going to be fun.
I think if it was supposed to be like a really, really well performed, beautiful something, I might be like, oh boy. Not that
Yeah.
I can't do it, but it would make me nervous.
Is there a scene that you're really excited for fans to see? I know you talked about the library scene, but overall in the movie, is there something that you're really excited for fans to see?
There is a scene where um, Evan kind of gives a monologue. It's a private moment where he's laying on a couch and I'm in the other room and I don't say anything, but it's a really lovely scene where we're both sort of showing how we really feel through a wall. And I think it's a really beautiful display of both of our characters. And it's a quiet, nice scene that's just, um, I think it reads really nicely. And I hope the audience enjoys it.
So there's quite a bit of comedy in this movie, but we know that like there's some sweetness to it and all of that. And people always kind of want to know like what's that balance. So if I were going to say it's a comedy, it's a romance, there's heart, like what would you say that balance is there?
Yes, that's so true. I would say that it's very goofy, but that it is led with a beating heart of honesty. At least that's the goal, certainly. And that these characters, I hope that you feel for because their love for each other didn't just start at the beginning of the movie when they met in a meet cute. It's way back. They have history already, so that love already exists. And so I hope that on top of the comedy and the chaos, you see this really true and honest love build into something that is, I hope, very moving.
It's there. It's there.
Good. That's great. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is both.
Yes. This isn't your first Hallmark. You've been involved in several Hallmark projects. So I'm curious, did this movie allow you to do something different or challenge you in a way that your other Hallmark projects haven't done up until this point?
Every project challenges you in new ways. At least I think if it's good, it does
Yeah.
or if you're doing it right, it does because you're, pushing yourself to expand and think about things differently. But this one was definitely a challenge. Because it jumps around so much in time and in storyline, I think it was really, Evan and I really tried to, and the director, Liz, really tried to keep tabs on like where we were in the timeline so that things connected and it felt like the through line made sense. So I think, just making sure that the story flowed properly and that the arcs were there in the right places. I think that it's not a challenge, but it was just because it's so fast paced, we really
Yeah.
wanted to make note of those things and kind of like to hone in on them. So I think that was something that was focused on in this one.
That's such a good point. But you're right. Like when you've got all of that going on, you want to make sure that it just naturally flows and it's not jarring or anything. That's
Exactly.
such a good point.
Because you film it totally out of order. It's hard to,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you can tease that audiences might not expect in this movie?
Hmm, that's a good one. Oh, I don't know.
We've talked about there's going to be a little singing. Talked about some research.
I'll tell you what, there is a beautiful location, which we have discussed before, but my apartment in this movie is stunning. It is so stunning. Evan and I were both like, "Ah, can we move in here?"
Exactly.
It's
Yes.
gorgeous. So, that, I guess this one location, which we spend quite a bit of time at, and it's really, really like it's amazing.
You guys filmed was it in Hamilton,
Yeah, Hamilton, Ontario. Yeah.
Ontario? So you find a place like that. I'm just curious, did you guys shoot, was this in December?
We wrapped in November,
Right.
so just a few months ago. Yeah.
And so you find a location like that. I'm with you. Like
Yeah.
I'm ready to move in myself.
Isn't it
I don't want to give too
gorgeous?
much away, but my goodness.
Yeah. So that's a little teaser. I mean, I love looking in people's houses and like architecture and that kind of thing. So that was a fun one. Yeah.
Is there an Easter egg that you could give us that we could be watching for?
Ooh. Oh, that's fun. Okay, Evan has one shirt that he was really big on, and it was like an olive green. Oh, like the one I'm wearing right now. An olive green. It was a little bit like velvety, and I was just thinking with that, I'm like, it looked really great on him, and he was like, I love this shirt. So when he's wearing his green shirt, and it's unbuttoned like this, you'll know that's the shirt. That's the shirt. I think he took it home because it was so handsome on him. But I was like, we all had like one outfit that we loved. So that was Evan's, and I thought it looked great on him. But for some reason that popped into my head, that green shirt. So there you go.
We'll have to be looking for that. Did you get to take anything home
I did, you know what? I took a red sweater home and I'm not wearing it.
that you could wear today?
Instead, I'm wearing Evan's green shirt anyway. Yeah. So, but
So it's pretty exciting that your movie actually airs on Valentine's Day. How exciting was that to find out your movie was going to be not only a Love You movie, but on Valentine's Day?
extremely exciting. And of course, what are the chances Valentine's Day is on a Saturday?
I know. It's crazy.
It all lined up perfectly. So it's very exciting. I know. When it came out, I was like, Evan, we're Valentines. So,
So
yeah.
here's your opportunity to give a pitch. If people are like, what do we do on Valentine's Day? We're going to sit down, we're going to watch a Hallmark. What would you say if they're on the fence? This is why you need to watch your particular movie tomorrow night.
I think that you should order some food and you should sit down, you should turn on Hallmark Channel and watch our movie. And I'll tell you why. Because it's really cute.
It's so cute.
Cute and it's funny and it'll surprise you. And I think that you'll have a great night. I think you'll have a romantic, fun night, and then you might want to watch it again. So I hope you don't have plans on Sunday.
All right, can you come up with 3 words to describe Because of Cupid?
Oh, um, hmm. Mysterious, festive, and sweet.
Mysterious, sweet. What
And
was the other one?
festive.
Festive.
I don't know what that means. It could mean anything you want it to mean.
Well, I am so excited for fans to see it. I agree. And first of all, the two of you together, it's like you guys were so natural together. And I'm like, surely they've done a movie before together. It was that good. So hopefully maybe Hallmark can get you guys back together to do another one. So
Love to.
and we'll get to see some singing. We've got a great Valentine's plan. You've given everybody their date night plan for Valentine's or their gal night, right? They can hang out with
Yeah.
friends.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Amy, for joining me on the podcast. And I am so excited to watch it again and enjoy it on Valentine's Day. I want to remind everybody that Because of Cupid is airing on Valentine's night, 8/7 Central on Hallmark, and it'll be available to watch the next day on Hallmark Plus. Amy, thanks so much for joining me on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me, Stephanie. I had a great time.
All right, bye bye.